back to Unauthorized Media, ladies and gentlemen, where today we're going to be talking about the NBA Finals, now that it's over and stuff. Talking about why Brody's over here making faces and why Aramis is super tired.
What flew by your face? Something flew by your face because you jerked as soon as you hit play.
Oh, dude?
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, y'all leave me alone. Y'all leave me alone. I'm sitting here talking about that. Y'all leave me alone.
Yeah, we're talking about the NBA Finals. So, Golden State won. So, congratulations to them. That is their fourth title.
Get it correct.
So,
Fourth.
I was close.
He said they're going to get it next year.
Right, exactly. Probably, I don't know. It's really hard to repeat.
Yeah, it's basketball.
And then they're an older
Yeah.
team, too. So, but, hey. Jason Tatum came. He stood around the superstar table, but couldn't take a seat.
Missed a lot of shots.
Missed a lot.
A lot of shots.
He was so hesitant. He was so passive. It was weird. Because if you're the best, I think, this is me. If you're the best player on the court, give me the doggone ball.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
And
definitely.
And everybody else need to move out the way.
So you think he just lacked the confidence there in the last couple games?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to really speculate too much because I know a lot of those guys play hurt, and the injury report comes. They comes after the finals and all that stuff, and they list everything was really wrong. That was really wrong.
Yeah,
with the
it'll be
person.
2 months, and they'll say he had a knee injury.
Exactly.
Right, something like that.
'Cause I know. At the beginning of the series, he was dealing with a shoulder, something dealing with his shoulder, but he still was dropping 22, 24 points a game early in the series. But
And his percentage was pretty good too. I think he was shooting 40%, something like that.
And then all of a sudden, it just went
Yeah,
down.
I think he was shooting the last 2 games was 22% from the field. All around, it was not good.
I think he went 5 for 20 or something like that.
Yeah,
It was
it was bad.
So, but shout out to the Golden State Warriors. They did their thing. They won. I picked it in 6, and they won in 6. I did not pick a team. Let's clarify that. Let me clarify that. I did not pick a team, but I did not want the Boston Celtics to win. Even though, if I had to pick the team, I would have thought that the younger, more athletic, talented team would have won, which is Boston. But
I mean, can you really say that Boston is more athletic though?
yes,
Yeah.
hands down. Oh yeah, do you not see them dogs?
No, I see him playing and stuff like that. But you have Steph Curry, Draymond Green.
You talking about older versions of these guys? Draymond Green is on decline.
Yeah, but they're still athletic. Steph Curry is still athletic.
But I'd still give Boston being more athletic than them. It's not that they're not athletic.
Are you saying just because younger?
No,
You're younger?
I'm not saying
No.
just because they're younger, but being younger does factor into it.
Right.
That's not the only reason they're more athletic, but the simple fact of the matter is you have to be more athletic when you're not prepared to sit in a spot and pick your spots as much as Golden State really is.
Yeah, Steph has his spots.
Man, Steph has every spot. He pulled up from the logo and he say, "Oh, game time."
Anything beyond the 3 is
It's a spot. Yeah.
Anything
Inside
inside
the
of
arc,
it, he throw those up with a prayer and a lot of them hit.
Well, yeah.
listen.
He gets fouled. He got fouled a lot in the finals too.
Well, that's partially on him trying to, because I believe it's just this year they were switching on how they were doing offensive versus defensive fouls.
Right.
So
Yes, you're right.
the
You're
whole
right.
jumping into people now, that's not going to fly.
That's why James Harden was so ineffective this year.
Right. So now he's got to change how he drives the lane, how he's pulling up jump shots and stuff, because you can't pull up and lean into someone and get that foul no more.
Right, I feel like this year he utilized that Euro step a lot more.
He didn't have a year step.
This year,
No.
I feel like he definitely had a Euro step moving in.
There's only 2 people with Euro steps that was really effective with it. That's Luka, which is slow as creek water, but nobody seemed to block it or guard it. And then you had James Harden, which is
I'm talking when he drives lane. Is it just a side step? That he's
man, he pull up regardless, man.
When he goes there for layups, like you see him do that side step to the left.
I don't know.
And it looks like a little Euro step to me. Does a side step to
Oh,
the
you
left?
said Euro step. I'm thinking I'm thinking about step back. I think.
Yeah, I think he got a Euro.
That-
But-
Okay.
I mean, to be fair,
everybody got a little bit.
Yeah,
of
that's
a little
what
bit
I'm
of
saying,
a
yeah.
but
I'm thinking about.
Step
I'm
back,
thinking about
yeah,
step back.
yeah. But it's so hard to block a step back. You know, I don't know if you've noticed that too with Luka. He does that kick. He's doing that kick whenever he's doing that step back
But what I'm
too.
saying, that's what I'm saying. Like what I was thinking. I think, yeah.
which they're coming
I
down on
had
that too
to
now.
back
They are coming back down on the kick. You got to keep because it's like no, you're kicking him like literally. But back to the championship. You know, I feel like Steph hasn't declined very much. You know what I mean?
Do you want to know the best part about Steph's game that not a lot of people recognize? He is so good cutting. He
Oh,
don't-
yeah.
I think that makes a hell of the difference between good and great because he's able to move without the ball.
Well, I feel like it's just his court awareness. Like he knows where the ball is, where the players are, and where he needs to put himself to make a basket.
Okay, I get that. I get that. I get that too. But not a lot of people are willing to like cut like
Right,
with
drive
the-
the yeah.
Not driving like without the ball. A lot
Just
of people
move.
just
Yeah, just move. Yeah, you'll see him go all the way across the court.
You will see him zigging his ass,
Yeah.
and if he gets the shot, he gets the shot. And
Right. Yeah. There's not a lot like you'll see a lot in the professionals. People are just standing.
Yeah, like standing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so,
I think for Steph, the reason he's developed like that because he now fully 110% understands that he does not need the space that everybody else needs.
no.
No.
So he's like,
What
all I,
space?
need, all I need to have
Did
is
you
a couple
not-
of inches.
Did you
Right?
not see this guy? I forgot who met him at the top of the doggone arc.
As close as these
and,
lights
and
are,
he
okay.
just nailed it. And he got fouled, but they didn't call it. I was like, oh my god. I said, this Boston is in some trouble. Like, he literally pulled up with the dude was right there. And I was like, man, y'all need to start putting respect on this man's name because he's been.
And the thing is, everyone already had. Everybody was already like, hey, you can't give him too much space, so they closed the space. He's like, well, if that's what you're going to give me to work with, I'll work with it.
Right. Like he figured out how. Because if you remember, like in game one, he was not finding the space. You know what I mean? Like he was not shooting very well. I don't know what he did between game 1 and game 3. I don't know if he just put like a statue in front of himself and just started shooting in the gym or what he did.
Okay, so I think remember game 1 he came off the bench, right? Last time I checked, because they had Jordan Poole starting. I think he was coming off the bench, and then I think game 2 he was starting. Or was there a different series that I'm talking about?
I'm pretty sure he started game
I'm
1.
pretty sure too.
Oh, it's probably a
Yeah.
different series. Probably early
He started game 1 and I think he had like 22 points, something like that. It wasn't great. We talked about it. It wasn't a good game for Steph, but it was an okay game. And then game 2, same thing. Like they won game 2 and like he played better. And in game 3, he played amazing, but the rest of the team did not play good at all.
Right.
And then game 4 and game 5 and game 6, they just
He took over. man.
like a flip switch, something like that. Steph scored over 30 points a game. Like he was destroying it.
Okay. Also, can we finally give freaking Andrew Wiggins some due credit?
Yeah, Andrew Wiggins played amazing.
He was the second best player on the team. Like, he was second. He averaged 20 points, 20
Yeah,
plus.
off the bench,
and-
right?
No, he's a starter.
He was-
Like, he.
Oh, yeah, Jordan Poole was off the bench.
Yeah.
He averaged like 14 points, which is great off the bench.
Right. Well, I mean, because Andrew Wiggins, I'm so happy he
had, like-
finally got underneath some veteran guys.
Mhm.
That
He slid into a spot.
Like,
Right. He just-
man,
He had a lot of
'cause
rebounds,
he was-
too.
Exactly, like he was
Yeah.
playing defense.
Assists. I think he had like
Man,
4
the
assists.
man was-
Averaged like 4 assists a game, 5 assists a game, which is
I'm
pretty
happy-
good.
I'm
for a
happy.
big guy.
I'm happy. I'm happy to see because if Steph didn't win MVP, to me he was the second best player
Yeah.
on the court. Man, because all respect goes to Andrew Wiggins, and I'm happy. Now we can say he was first of all he was nominated as a starter this year for an All-Star game. So hats off to him on that one. He turned around and put on the show throughout the whole playoffs. Not just the finals. We talking about the whole playoffs.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm happy for him. Now you got these younger guys come in like Kuminga next year. Man, next year's gonna be interesting for Golden State.
Especially that's gonna put you in a hot seat. It's like, well, Wiggins came over. He did all this. We just got him. He just did all this. You got to show up and show out, or you gonna be on the bench.
Like for real.
Yeah, definitely.
Cause man, he also was shutting. He put some nasty defense on Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Whom I've on this platform has talked about religiously how much I love Jason Tatum. But he was
Even though he's a Celtic.
Even though he's a Celtic, right?
Still praises him.
When he's on, he's on.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you can get.
But when he gets off, I don't know, something goes to his confidence or something in his head or something like that. Like once he misses like 3 or 4 shots, especially in a row, like you can see that he's just like
His
down on
problem is
himself.
it takes too long for him to get hot. That's just like
And then when he goes
this is
cold, he goes cold.
Yeah, and it takes you too long to get back in, so you can't. You need somebody else to come through on your squad and be able to fit in when you're not hot.
Exactly.
That's so funny because I forgot what TV show I was looking at. Because they was talking about how Boston needs more of a floor general.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
someone
like a older guy.
someone like a Chris Paul that's gonna like really like put people in position. Because
Because that's what they call Draymond.
Like exactly like somebody like Draymond, but because you look at them, their offense got stagnant at times. Very stagnant.
Their defense was decent throughout the majority of the playoffs.
And nothing against Marcus
Old
Smart.
school defense.
Yeah. They was, I think they was number 1 or number 2.
I think leaned on a lot, like you're supposed to do, obviously. Lean on players, get them tired and everything like that. So I do want to give good props to Boston's defense because they played really really good defense.
Man, listen.
They-
I ain't gonna say that because
Second or third time on your rebounds, you gotta get those. And I feel like there was too many of them that they didn't get. Like off of the first rebound goes through, like you're on defense, you don't get that first off of the rebound, and they get it back. They get a second chance. You gotta get that second one.
Yeah,
you
you
can't
are
give
right.
Golden
They were-
State
I
3
think-
chances to score every time. They
I feel like,
get it.
especially in that
That's
game,
true.
was it a game 5 they lost by like 14 points, something like that?
I think the last couple of games they lost by double-digit points.
Yeah, I think it was game 5 when they really lost. No, the first game that they lost by double digits. Pretty sure it was either game 4 or game 5. Regardless, Boston did not box out at all, really. Like, especially in the second half of the game,
That's
like
a
the
good
third and
point.
fourth quarters, man, they did not box out at all, really.
So you make a great point when you say that because when you thinking back at it, you know, nowadays it's so funny because nowadays it's nobody really boxes out.
Nah, you just stand there.
Yeah,
It's a ball back.
Yeah, it's
a lot of
mental
jumping.
basketball,
And,
though.
like,
You know what I mean?
kicking the ball
Especially for
back.
as a big guy, like you guys. If you're over 6'5" and you're not boxing out with that big body, spreading your arms out, getting in front of the basketball, and keeping people out of the way, like what the fuck are you? What are you doing? What are you doing? Get off the court. Like, I'm 5'10" and I'm preaching that to you. That's ridiculous.
a lot of it's one of those you don't have enough court awareness to understand where the guy that you were even guarding is. So even if you did box out, he flashed from over there and you're boxing out over here. He came from that way. So you still lost your rebound because you don't know where your opponents are.
I guess that's
Well,
why
as a big guy though, so if you're like, so the average big guy in the NBA is like what, 6'5"? Down low big guy, 6'5", 6'6".
No.
Taller than that, so 6'8".
yeah, about
So you're looking at like a 72-inch reach. You're looking at more than you're looking at an 80-inch reach on that. So if you have both your arms reached out and you're 6'8", you're clearing so much of the court. It doesn't matter if you know where your guy is or not.
It
You just
does.
bu-
Because
does.
it's a jump.
Yeah, but depending on where they're shooting from.
Yeah, but either way, this is going to end with you jumping.
Well, I mean, is over the back still against the rules?
yes.
Okay, over the back being against the rules and stuff. Like you're 6'8".
I can get a ball from you from behind you without being over the back.
I mean, I guess it depends on how tall the other
Yeah,
person is.
but a
Really.
box out is a squat.
Yes.
So you're coming from a squat to try to beat me while I'm already in the air. So the problem there is if you didn't know where I'm coming from, you didn't effectively box me out.
Right. So I guess more court awareness is more what these guys
I'm not
need.
saying you got to look at him and then turn and then box out.
But you
gotta
feel him.
understand
Yeah.
where they're at. And a lot of times I feel like they just didn't.
Yeah, there's not. Yeah, Boston did not. Yeah, that's what they there wasn't good boxing. Like, wasn't good boxing out. Wasn't good rebounding. Wasn't good.
A lot of stuff. And listen, Chef Curry, he
Chef
took
Curry. I like that. Chef Curry.
he took the defensive player of the year to the woodshed.
He did, yeah. I mean, like, Steph Curry is one of the hardest people to guard in basketball.
Okay, so people, there's been debates about that one because they say.
I said one of.
Well, no. Because, like, people know Steph is a great cutter and he can shoot any shot.
Right, he has decent ball
But
skills too.
his defense, I don't think a lot of people really fear his defense. But I think this series showed that he plays.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody
No.
say they fear his defense.
Like,
He's never really been talked about as a two-way player.
But he played some really good defense this year. He
Yeah,
did.
all around this year, I think he played decent defense. He had,
I ain't gonna say decent. I'm gonna say he
had a lot of
He
steals.
got knocked out. He's still getting.
We got UFC going in the background. Sorry, guys.
Oh my goodness, he's getting mad.
This the kid.
No.
No, it's
Then it don't matter.
Marquez.
Then it don't matter.
You guys ever notice that if you walk into a crowd of people and you just yell Rodriguez, you'll
Stop
see
the
one
fucking-
person turn around.
Stop the
One person will turn around. I'm not kidding.
All right, I'm sorry. All right.
Oh, hey, hand to that guy. That guy plays disc golf in the beginning with the beer. He plays disc golf.
You might want to go back.
Volleyball. He get chin checked for it.
Yeah, he did get knocked out.
Oh no, he got chin checked, boy. He got one.
So, I mean,
Got to be more careful.
so do you think Golden State does have a chance to repeat
Yeah,
this year?
they do.
Yeah.
They got big chins.
What do you think their odds are?
I don't know.
I don't know
Shit.
Maybe you're a betting man.
We gonna see what the
goddamn
offseason
math.
look like. We gonna see what
I've been in
we gonna
school
see what the draft
fucking
and
10 years, fucking math. Yes, for math. Let me go grab the Asian kid out of the back of my car, and I'll get him to math.
Most likely, they probably gonna at least be in the seat to get into the playoffs.
They're definitely gonna get in the playoffs.
I ain't gonna listen.
I won't give you
Definitely, people are definitely never gonna get to the playoffs for the last 2 years, and they did. They ended up with the number 1 overall pick. And
Yeah, but
y'all play-
Clay was injured the last 2 years, wasn't he?
He might get injured at the beginning of next year.
He might.
You
He's
don't
very
know.
injury prone, and to be fair, he did not have a great playoffs. He played good, but he did not have a great playoffs.
because he's coming from an Achilles and an ACL.
Yeah, if you guys go watch our
injury.
previous video, we talked about this. He
And we
goes on a
get that.
rant
That's
about this
fair.
injury.
Like, it's fair. It's fair.
Yeah, it is
for him
fair.
not to be-
Yeah.
That shit, if he still shit,
The thing is-
he's still
the thing
playing.
is-
He's
So do
still
you,
playing.
do you think that they would take Poole off the bench and
No.
no?
No.
No, even if Clay, like, so say like the first before the All-Star break, Clay's only averaging like 12 points a game, 13
No
points a
one-
game.
I'm gonna say this.
And I'm not gonna say Clay's gonna do that because he's on track to average more than that, obviously.
But I'm gonna say this because Steve Kerr, he did something that I think shocked a lot of people. He benched Draymond. It was game 5. He benched Draymond, and he had Steph. I think he went very small. I think he went Steph, Clay,
Jordan.
and a couple more.
Wasn't Wiggins out there
Wiggins
too?
and somebody
else, yeah.
I think it was Looney.
Yeah,
was out.
Looney.
So I was like, and they only used him. He only swapped him on defense. I was like, that man right there, that man's mind right there.
But that shooting ability, everyone that's out there on that court right there, averages like over 40% shooting.
Like, but that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, so if Clay's in a slump like that, I'm not gonna sit here and say.
Like, analytics aren't always right either, you know.
What I'm saying is, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Steve Kerr won't pull a trigger and bench him for a couple of games.
But you don't think he'd completely switch him out of the roster?
Oh no.
No.
No? Okay.
I mean, you gotta let shooters shoot, no matter how bad.
Right,
he
and
still plays
Clay also has
confidently.
tenure on the team. Yeah, Clay has tenure on the team and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So,
Nah, team don't get you so far.
yeah, I know it only gets you so far, but if he, like I said, if he's averaging 13 points a game, which is not bad,
Yeah.
even at, like coming off the bench is actually pretty good. 13 points a game. But as a starter, averaging 13 points, 20 minutes, it's pretty good. You know what I mean? Or 25 minutes. I don't know what he'd average because he's getting older, injury prone, stuff like that. So I think next year, if he averages 30 minutes, does 14 points, I feel like he'd be good.
I don't think they're gonna put that much stress on him.
No, you don't think he's even do 30 minutes?
To do 30 minutes now. He was gonna come back in some tip-top shape or something.
Yeah, you think 22 is probably what's going to average?
Yeah, about 22, 25, around
Yeah.
that much, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's our talk for the NBA Finals. we had a spill because we just saw this guy in the back getting knocked the F out on TV, as you can see. But stay tuned. We have more to talk about. We got anime coming up next.
And don't forget to watch our previous videos. You know, there's some good funny rants on there and other moments where we just go off on spiels and completely forget about what we're talking about.
Well, y'all stay tuned. Don't forget to like, subscribe.
Or strive, you know,
You
strive.
know,
is
if you
whatever you
subscribe
wanna
to
do.
us, you know, we might learn Arabic for
You know
you.
what?
I will not.
You know what? I'm just gonna stop talking because everything is starting to slur because I'm so tired. You know what? Yeah, just hit the notification button, like, subscribe, share, and watch, and we'll hop back at y'all. Y'all have a good one.